I'm Phillips, and today I'm getting run through by 100 guys.
Mommy, like, don't you think that's a good idea? Like, I just feel like it's something I want to do. I feel like I would enjoy with 100 men. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I got a video from my cousin who basically told me she wants me to react to this video. Okay, so I've pulled up the video and I'm going to be reacting to I slept with 100 men in one day. One day.
I'm Phillips, and today I'm getting run through by 100 guys.
The world of adult entertainment.
Why would you talk about yourself like that? They just had to start it off like that. Like, hi, I'm Lily Phillips. It sounds very British. She sounds like she's British, which is so weird because I've always thought like British people are so proper, like teas and crumpets and whatever not. This sounds like this is in like the UK or something. I'm gonna call my dad because my dad lives in England. I'm gonna ask him, has he heard of this girl? Hopefully not. I hope this is a joke. I hope like in the end this is a documentary and it's just like a complete and utter joke and that this isn't real because this doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, so this says 1 month to go. So I guess they're really following through the process. So I guess that's what we're going to see, that she went through this process of whatever is leading up to this.
Hi Lily, I'm Josh.
I'm Rebecca. How are you?
Do you want a glass of water?
I would love a glass of water.
She's so pretty. She is really pretty. When I see someone that looks this pretty who shouldn't have a problem getting guys, getting attention from men, I'm wondering what is her thought process behind this.
Just good for one thing, me, honestly.
Did she just say she's only good for one thing, honestly? Oh my God. I'm interested. I hope he goes through her psyche. Like, this is a documentary, so I hope he like really goes through what's going on in her mind, why she's doing this.
Lily Phillips, a 23-year-old OnlyFans.
She's 23. That is the age of my baby sister. My sister is 23 years old. 23. That's like super young to be having so much bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Like, ugh. This is a bit intense already for me.
Because I was at university, I was like, I'm being a anyway, could make a little bit of money.
She said she was being anyways, so why not make money doing it? Well, if you're a then you're a but now you're taking money for it. You've upgraded from to that's what you've upgraded to.
Like, why am I doing a whole degree? Last week I was like 23 guys all at once.
You're sleeping with 23 guys all at once. Like, are you the only girl there? It doesn't matter. That means you're sleeping with all 23. So more than likely, she's already hit 100 men. It's the fact that she's going to be doing it in a day. I'm not going to lie. Some people's stomach is strong. Mine is not. Like, So far, this kind of just makes me want to barf. Like I literally, it's like kind of feeling that I have. I feel like they're gonna see this video and they're gonna say, "Well, that's what she likes to do. That's what she feminism."
People would give me a bit of stick if I said I was a businesswoman, but
They would, but you are running a business. You are providing a product, your body, and you're getting paid for it. It's a business.
Oh, I literally, I've never really cared what people think. It doesn't really bother me. I have such a supportive like family and friends.
Your parents are proud of you. This is where I'm like, your family and your friends truly do not love you. I just don't believe that you should go to your mother or your father and say, "Hey, mama, daddy, I'm going to sleep with 100 men. I'm going to be a star." And it's supposed to be okay. As mom and dad, like, it would be your responsibility to say, "This is not something that I support and I'm not going to be a part of it." I want to see what my mother would literally say to me if I said, "I want to sleep with 100 men." Like, I want to know what my mama would say about that. Like, not even joking. Like, I'm going to call her right now. I'm like, I'm like terrified to call her and tell her this. Like, what the hell? I'm gonna call my mom. Oh gosh, mommy, I love you. I don't want to give you a heart attack. I just want to see what you will say. Like, please, please, please forgive me. I love you. I'm your only daughter. Don't be mad at me. So I have to call her from my Mac because I'm shooting with my phone right now.
Hey, babe.
Hi, mommy.
Can't
Mommy.
hear you. What's going
Mommy.
on?
Um, well, I just, I'm just feeling like I'm going through a lot right now.
Like, what's up, babe?
I'm just feeling, I'm just feeling so alone.
So what's going on?
I just feel like I need to fill that void.
So, are you going to date again?
Well, I know I said like I was going on this singles journey, but I feel like I could still be single and I want to fill a void. I feel
Like, meet some friends?
no, not meet some friends. I just feel really lonely, mom. I feel really lonely.
You want to come up here and spend some time with me?
That would be nice, but I just feel like there's a different kind of love that I'm looking for. There's a different kind of love from mom love and from physical love that I'm looking for.
Hmm.
So, like, I'm just thinking maybe I would want to, sleep with multiple men to see if that would make me feel better.
Are you crazy?
What do you mean?
Because you are the type of person there. So you talk them rubbish there. Shani, me not raise you like that. Me not raise you like that. And you never see my life look like that. So
Yeah, but that's what all the girls nowadays like they're doing. Like they're sleeping and it's working it's working. Like I feel like I started so late in life, like didn't have like a relation.
Listen. Who you hang out with? Who you hanging out with? Because this is not you. This is not you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's just so crazy.
No, mommy, I'm not being crazy. Like I really would like to do this. Like I feel like I've missed out on so much in life. Like
You know what disease out there? You know what disease out there? And you going to want to go do something like that?
mommy,
Something wrong with you.
I just feel really
Something wrong with
lonely.
you.
I just feel
Is either you're going to come up here, come see me when you get your day off or weekend, or I'm coming down there. Because something is wrong with you.
mommy, nothing is wrong with me. Everybody is doing it these days. Like
Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you? You can't talk like that, man. You know, like where you talk.
Mommy, are you crying right now? Oh no, mommy, stop. Mommy, stop. No, mommy. Mommy, don't cry. Oh my gosh. Mommy, you know me. I would never do something like that. Stop. Okay, I'm so sorry. Stop.
Why you talking like that?
Mommy, I'm joking. I'm doing a video. It's okay. Mommy. Hold on. Okay, guys. So I had to call my mother and basically explain to her everything that I'm doing. And my mom still wants me to come and see her this weekend. It's like now she's laughing, so no mother was hurt during the filming of this content. This is a normal reaction for a mother.
Are you into any of that like kinky stuff?
Not massively. No judgment. But like I haven't done much kinky stuff.
You'll be shocked as to what goes up my ass.
I'm afraid that's just.
She says that goes up her. That's a cone. I don't think I heard her right. I really don't think I heard her right.
That's some out for you. You'll be shocked as to what goes up my ass.
I'm afraid that's just a cone.
No. These are more like my toys. Before I do shoot, I'll wear like a tie. This is more for like girl on girl.
Double end.
This one's another like big kind of looking ones. Strap on, tail, double, then toy,
I'm glad like they're blocking out some of these things. I kid you not. Like I don't want to see all of this.
When I did 37 guys in a day.
37 guys in a day. So she, you know what? She's been prepping for this all her life. First she said 23, then now she's at 37. I guess this is some sort of challenge for her at this point.
I genuinely can't remember any of their faces.
Right. These men have gone inside of your body and you don't know what they look like? Bruh.
You ever find a boyfriend?
Yeah.
But
There's so many guys out in the world. I think, you know, one poor bastard's got to marry me.
Here's what she said. Some poor bastard has to marry me. Is that really what you want for yourself? For you to say some poor bastard has to marry, that is what you've left yourself with, is some poor bastard. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But to say that a really great guy who, as I said, who's a good guy, works and just cares about you so deeply and doesn't see you as an object, I just feel like you're not going to get that. And that's why she's saying some poor bastard's got to marry her. But why would you put yourself in a position to spend any time with somebody who is just any poor bastard? Clearly, you don't think highly of yourself too as well. You don't think you deserve the best because you know the things that you're doing doesn't put you or qualifies you for a really great guy. You will marry anyone out there.
It's going to be someone from the industry or someone who is into lending me out.
Lending you out?
Yeah.
I feel like she knows that what she's doing turns people off. And it's less likely that she'll find somebody who will truly love her knowing the things that she has done. I feel like everybody deserves love, everybody deserves friendship. But even I wouldn't even, not to say like, I would treat her like a human being, but she would not be somebody who I'd be like, she's so inspirational. I just want to be around her. And the scary thing is that there are girls, I mean, she is that age. There are girls who look at her and feel like Lily Phillips did this at 20 something and they're going to think it's amazing.
People can just apply? Yeah, so I put out a little Twitter post, and all you do is have to send in a photo of you holding your ID.
Oh, he's from Barbados. Jesus. We're going global.
Oh my gosh, Barbados, you on this list? I hope no Jamaicans was on this list. Like, I hope we would be like, no. Oh my gosh, Barbados, you was looking for the huh, Barbados? There better not be no Jamaican that was on this list. I would disown you.
is this just going to be completely random as to how you pick them? yeah, Yeah, like we said, we prioritise the ones who have STI checks.
Yeah, how do you do that? Like you got to worry about STIs and you're gonna sleep with 100 men. How do you know that? Because in America, like you have HIPAA, right? Like I don't know what you have in England, but how do you know that their test is actually real? Like, do they give you like release forms to say yes? They don't have any STIs. Like, how do you double check that to make sure you're safe before you do something like this?
2006.
Oh my god,
So
how
what's
does that make him? So 18.
18.
2006, he's a baby.
He's 18 going on 19 this year.
Hey there, I know I'm late, but would love to lose my virginity.
Who are parenting these young men?
I think other people in the industry definitely look down on me for doing this, but I think at the end of the day,
Wait, other people in the industry looks down on her for doing that. Do you know how crazy that is? That in the porn industry, people look down on you for certain things. So you're telling me people in the porn industry have standards? I would say maybe those people have slept with over 100 men, but because she's doing it in a day, she is somehow scum for doing it in a day. Does it make a difference? Like, this is me genuinely asking, does it make a difference if you slept with 100 people over the term of your life versus 100 people in a day? It's still 100 people.
people forget there's also my fantasy, and this is also something that I'm really enjoying and want to do and have.
I know like some people will say open your mind, but to be honest, I'd like to keep it the way how it is.
You've obviously spoken to your parents about this, right?
I actually haven't. I do feel a little bit like embarrassed being like, Mom and Dad, I'm 100 guys.
Why are you embarrassed? They support you. If you're at a point where I can't tell you this because it is embarrassing, then do you really not care what people think? Do you really not care? And it has nothing to do with privacy because you specifically said it's embarrassing.
It's not really what my parents would have wanted me to do.
Your parents could want you to be a doctor, but you decided to be a musician. You would still tell your parents, I don't want to be a doctor, I want to be a musician. And you wouldn't feel embarrassed about it because that is your passion. That's what you want to do.
I just don't want them to think less of me.
Come on now. Does this sound like a person who really 100% doesn't care what people think and this is truly what they want? This is where, you know, when people are putting up a fake front, that's all I see with her. In one moment, and it really could convince a naive person to think that she is truly and 100% happy. She may be happy with the money, but there is something in the back of her mind that is saying, this isn't it. Like in these small moments where you look at her face, like you can see it. You 100% can see it. She is telling herself a lie that this truly and 100% makes her happy.
No.
Yeah. Are there days where you second guess it ever?
Not particularly. Feeling a little bit more lonely. My friends have all got boyfriends. You know, I see a comment and people are like, God, no one's ever going to marry you. And that can definitely like make me feel a little bit like, oh God, have I chose the wrong career? I think now I'd find it hard to make friends in terms of like real friends that really just see me for who I am and not like.
If I'm 100% being honest, I ever like had met her in person or anything like that without and knowing who she is, I wouldn't want to be her friend either. It wouldn't stop me from treating her like a human being. You know, it wouldn't stop me from treating her with kindness. I just wouldn't associate with her. And I feel like the people who are around her that's not directly participating in the lifestyle that she's choosing, they're getting something from this. That has got to be one of the worst things, is that people are around you, not because they love you, but because they can get something from you.
All of social media, like everyone is preying on your downfall. Banks don't allow you to bank with them.
Banks can do that. Banks can say, we don't want your business. Well, I know like with banking, they don't do business with certain type of business. So she's opening up like a business account and they ask her, what kind of business are you running? There's certain things that they will not do because could also be seen as like trafficking too as well. Like there is a slippery slope. So there's certain business where money laundering could be a problem. Banks will not get engaged with that. But if she's like opening up a personal account as a personal self, you know, I'm wondering what bank allowed her to create this business. They're gonna have to put high alert on her accounts when she opens them.
I mean, I'm like a part of the problem. It's so hard because like doing extreme stuff like this is not normal. Like,
I'm glad you know it's not normal. I'm glad that I know. I'm glad she knows it's not normal. And in that, her saying she knows it's not normal, she knows what she's doing is not okay. There's something with her. There's something there that, I don't know. To do this, you'd have to be like an empty shell. Sleeping with 100 men does nothing for you as a woman. It does absolutely nothing for you as a woman.
I thought it might be helpful to hear the perspective of another OnlyFans creator.
I went into OnlyFans because we were really, really broke. It was really last resort. I had never, ever sent anyone a nude.
So you see that? Like, there are people that get involved with this not because they wanted to, but because they needed the money. Sometimes push comes to shove, and there are some people who are willing to do anything than to suffer. And it's like, I can't judge. I'm not going to say never. I'm just knowing my morals and how I feel about things. I would probably suffer and be poor than to do any of this. Yeah. I would suffer and be poor than to do any of this.
My daughter's already getting stick for what I do. And like I said, I don't really do anything controversial compared to all these other girls. And
do you hear that? Your own child is getting backlash because of decisions you're making. And I think a lot of the times we make decisions in our life not thinking about what the future consequences are. You may not care about what you do, but what happens when you have a kid and that kid goes to school and they're walking around saying, your mom's a you might be strong enough to take that, but what about your kid? Like, I feel like everything, it's selfish. I guess she doesn't have any kids now, but who's to say what her kid feels in the future? Maybe this will be normalized in the future. Who knows?
What do you think?
I think it's really sad. I just worry about her mental health. I'm hoping it's a hoax and it's not gonna actually happen.
Like, this person is in the industry and she is also saying that I am worried about this girl's mental health because mentally something isn't right with you if you feel you need to sleep with 100 men.
From what I've seen of her, I think she's like young and beautiful. I don't think she has to sleep with 100 guys in one day for attention. I don't know.
Right. Attention.
when you sign up to objectifying yourself, it's like you're signing a deal with the devil. Like, no.
She just said it. You are signing a deal with the devil. I feel at that point, you are an empty shell. Like, are you human at this point to loan yourself out to so many men?
One is going to see you as a human being.
Because even you yourself know that what you're doing is not normal.
I think I'm realising is actually more mental than we originally thought. There are 100 men turning up to have sex with her for 5 minutes each in a single day.
I mean, there's a decent chance that one of them is going to be dangerous. One of them might have a weapon, have a criminal record. A few of them will have STIs.
These are men. These are men. And we've seen men have done some dangerous things, hurtful things to women for sex. And you're telling me in a world where women get essayed every single day, you're not going to meet one that's dangerous, one that's going to be upset that maybe you didn't make him. You're going to find somebody who you don't think you're going to find somebody that doesn't have an STI, or someone who doesn't, I don't know, like, you got to be careful. Like, HIV is a real thing. HIV is a real thing. And it's like, you're putting yourself in that dangerous position. And yes, we like to believe that condoms are perfect, but it could slip off.
Yeah, so prioritizing guys who have STI tests, they have to screenshot the results kind of thing. But this is the thing.
You're prioritizing. So what if you're short? What if you're short on guys? She says she's only 50% with 1 week to go. So if you say you got 85 guys that do not have STIs, do you say, okay, the guys who don't have STIs go first, and the guys that didn't get tested go last, to protect the men who don't have anything? Or like, if you don't get as, like, say you got 90 men, are you going to find 10 men out on the street that didn't get tested? Like, I'm trying to figure out what is their process? And then another thing I noticed is, like, throughout the video, is that the people that are around her, her coworkers or whatever, their faces are being blurred out. So even on camera, they don't want to be associated with her because they have a life. I think they're just doing this for the money, but it's like, you can't even be proud of who you work for. You probably don't even tell your parents who you work for.
With it, like, you can never 100% know if they've had an STI test, and even if they had, they could have slept with 10 girls in between the test. And
all the more to not do this. Like, if you're saying, because even on a regular, right? Even on a regular, people in committed relationships, they're stepping out on their partner and they're bringing something back home to that person. And that in itself is so sad. It's so sad, and it's so selfish when someone does that.
Are you going to kiss any of the guys?
Definitely. I feel like some of them would be a bit put off, especially when they know I've just had like 57 guys inside me.
Even the men that you're gonna have sex with, you know, are gonna be put off by you. And this feeds your fantasy.
So you would let, like, these guys do that on your face?
Yeah.
And in your mouth?
Yeah.
What if they had HIV?
Is that where it comes from? Like in the mouth?
It can.
I'm now worried for the men that are gonna, I'm also worried for the men that are gonna sleep with her, because she doesn't know that you can get HIV by swallowing.
I can't really explain it. I get like serotonin, like from when people are like, oh my God, you're that on the internet. Sounds crazy.
I know, and I know you're saying that to me right here, but I don't believe that.
Really?
No.
This is one of the hardest caps I've ever seen in my entire life. Even the person interviewing her is saying, I don't believe you. You know, when sometimes you can look in somebody's eyes and know that they truly 100% don't care? I look at her, I don't get that she doesn't care.
I kind of love like ruffling feathers a little bit, and people getting a bit like agitated by maybe the fact that I messed up. People think I'm like so sad and stuff like that, but how happy this makes me. But I just think it's so funny. And
he's like, I'm listening, but he's just like, you know, when you're hearing something that's completely incredulous, this is it.
Have you done anything to make sure there's not someone with a criminal record, for example, coming down?
We actually have not, no.
Do you feel...
What if this man does not in your 5 minutes?
It was hard not to feel concerned for Lily as we left the house. She seemed more apprehensive about what she was doing than she had done over the past few weeks.
And that's so interesting because it's just like it's not interesting actually, because if you think about it, sometimes we will say, oh yeah, we're ready to do something, we're ready to do something. But when it comes time to do it, we don't want to do that. Maybe we haven't thought about it. Maybe we haven't thought it through.
It's Lily's big day. It's raining. I've never woken up so early to film sex.
It's nice to actually meet the boys because it puts you at ease a bit.
This is crazy. Yeah. I'm nervous.
He's nervous and he's not the one who's doing this. It just sounds so ominous. It sounds so ominous. It sounds like something that shouldn't be done. I don't know how to explain it. It's not that I don't know how to explain it. It just feels very, I don't know.
One of the men participating agreed to speak with us after having spent his allotted 5 minutes with Lily.
Were you nervous this morning going in there?
Yes, especially when I saw all the guys too cute. This gonna has to be the most expensive shag ever. 200 to get tested, 250 for the flight, maybe 800.
£800 and worth it.
You paid $800 just to get 5 minutes when you can invest that into becoming a better person, attract a good woman, and have for free.
Busy time of the night. That door is turning into more of a revolving door. There are guys coming in and out of there constantly. They've sent out security guards and things to go get her snacks and electrolytes and just to keep her sort of functioning.
To keep her functioning.
Me to come by, but it was really nice. There were a couple of guys that Joe messaged me like, oh, I didn't really perform well. Can I come back? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And they've just like come back.
Oh, really?
So if they came back, did she really sleep with 100 men? Because if she slept with number 4 and then slept with him as the 12th, 20th, and 30th guy, did she really sleep with 100 different men than just 100 times?
How do you think Lily found it?
I think, do you know, I've not had the chance to speak to her too much. She's been in there all day. She's exhausted. She's took it like a champ. She
took it like a champ?
Hello, hi.
I have to roll back to her face.
Hello, hi.
Oh, she's definitely been crying. Look at her body. Like, I don't know what I expected. I kind of felt like maybe her skin would be a different color. I don't know. But when you look at her face, hi, this area of her face looks reddish, pinkish.
Holy
The cameraman is gagging.
Yeah, he's not good with smells. Lily then walked us through the process that she had repeated 100 times that day. Yeah.
And then, we kind of got straight into it.
Did you do the condom on or?
No, I didn't.
Off.
Condom off.
Okay, and then?
She gave them blowjobs without condoms on, or God.
But then, like, once they're having, so it's like condom on type thing.
And then I think I had a sandwich, and that was and then the rest come. It's not.
I can hear something in her voice. Can you guys not hear it?
For the weak girls, if I'm honest, it was hard.
Not for the weak girls.
I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a pro in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like just one in, one out. Like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
I told you. I told you. There is no way you can do this without feeling like there is something lost. You know what I was afraid of? I was afraid of that we would watch this and she'd be like, oh my God, this is the greatest experience ever. I was terrified of that because I'm like, there are other women watching this.
Just take
1 minute. I think I was you know, when I talked to you last, like I was not nervous. It was like the day before. I was like, oh, I'm so nervous. You'd have to stand on business and be like,
I'm so sorry you got to go, and like the awkward interaction of like you feeling pressure to have to make them come if like you haven't spent enough time with them and feeling like.
Why does that matter? Why does that? You see, I don't want her to turn this into, oh, I'm crying because I didn't satisfy them. You're crying because you really did not think this through. And if you are somebody who really, I don't really care if people think about me, why do you care that you didn't make them come? You gave them a specific amount of time that they were allowed to do. Oh, I got to stand on business. Like, this is what men do. Nobody's buying that you're crying that you didn't give them a good time, because from the beginning you said you do not care what people think.
I think sometimes like feeling so like robotic. Sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal at all. In my head right now, I can think of like 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. But it's just, I don't know, it's just weird, isn't it? Like,
you shared an intimate experience and only can remember 10 of them. And for you to get through what you're doing, you have to disassociate.
Have you even processed, do you think, what's happened?
not yet. God, I won't forget this day, Jesus.
When I decided to start making this documentary, I wasn't too sure of what to expect. I certainly didn't expect to see Lily so upset at the end of it all.
She's literally crying and hugging and she needs to be consoled. I'm happy that this is the way how this documentary ended, because I really want young girls, if they actually really thought of doing this or thought of doing OnlyFans, to look at the end what it looks like. This person who was so confident that this is what she wanted to do, found in the end that this is not what you wanted to do.
Thought perhaps in years to come she may look back at this day in sadness, but not so instantly afterwards. But my confusion was only added to in the days following our filming with Lily, as she announced to her fans that in February of 2025, she would be sleeping with 1,000 men in a single day to break the world record.
Last week I did 101 guys. Now this was just the warm-up, because in February I'm going to be the first person ever to reach 4 digits of guys all in one day. Yes, 1,000 guys.
Maybe.
Okay, so we just finished watching this girl sleep with 100 men, and at the end of the day, I'm asking what was the purpose of this? I mean, it's her life. She gets to do whatever she wants to do. And my opinion does not mean anything to this girl, but to all the 22, 23, 24-year-olds that is looking to find a decent partner who will love them and also think highly of themselves as well, this is just something that you should not put on your bucket list to do. It accomplishes nothing but, in my honest opinion, diminishes you as a person. And it's crazy how the next day she turns around and she's just like, oh, you know, I did 100 guys, but it was just a warm-up. I'm now going to do 1,000. I call it what it is. I don't know how she wakes up and feels, hey, you know, I did 100 men, I cried, I wasn't able to satisfy 100 men, but now I want to go ahead and do 1,000. Like, that doesn't make any sense. The natural thought is, if I'm doing something and I'm not doing it to the best of my ability, is I would work on the amount that I need to work on before I go higher. I personally don't get it, and I don't think I'm ever going to get it. What I do know is that something is mentally not right. I would highly suggest that the people in her life realize what she's doing is destructive. Now you have young girls watching her, and now they're like, okay, I need money. This is what I'm gonna do to go ahead and get the money, instead of adjusting their lifestyle to what their income is. This idea that you're intentionally making it a challenge to do that, there is something not normal about that. And I'm happy she's saying it's not normal. That I'm not expecting much from men. I'm expecting them to look at this and think that, oh, she's disgusting, but I would want to do it too with her. I'm expecting women to be like, it's her body, she can do whatever she wants to do. Well, you can do whatever you want to do, but that doesn't mean you're supposed to always do it. Would you tell somebody who is a murderer, you know, who says, I wanna 100 people in a day? You wouldn't look at that person and say, go ahead. And nothing wrong with that. So if you can apply that logic to someone who wants to 100 people and saying that that's not right, that's not normal, that's not okay, you need mental help, you need to be in prison. Okay? You can't say, well, she's not 100 people. No, she's her soul. Like, that's what she's doing. She's her soul. If you want, go out there, have fun, party, enjoy your life, but don't ruin your life in the process. I don't know if she will ever be able to turn back from this. I mean, she's pretty famous. Millions of people know who she is. If she ever decides that she wants to turn back, like, she's going to feel the full weight of the consequences of her actions. It kind of seemed like she accepted her fate, what she's going to experience in the future, because even her words, some poor bastard is going to have to marry her. You are accepting the fact that you're not going to get the best crop of guys. And I'm not saying it's never going to happen. There might be a guy that says, you know what, you are so beautiful. I don't care what you've done in the past. Even the people in your own industry think that what you are doing is not something a person who is mentally sound would do. Okay? You know, people are doing this because they don't have any money. People are doing this because they have to, because someone's coaching them, someone's pressuring them into doing this. It's one of those things where you're like, if you don't have to do something like this, it's just like there is something going on that makes you feel like you need to do this. And I don't think we'll ever get the full psyche unless she actually is honest with herself about what she's doing. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's her life. You can have fun, go out, party, take part in things that are a little bit risque, but where do you draw the line when it comes to protecting your own soul? I think like things are only going to get worse for people. People are going to continuously do stunts like this. I've even saw like a little headliner on the side in YouTube where it says, I've slept with 1,057 men in 12 hours. And I'm like, this just sounds impossible and insane. It's like I don't believe it. If I see something that says that, then what would be the purpose of her doing 1,000 men this month? I guess I need to like find some updates to see if she actually did try 1,057 or see if she's gonna push it to 1,100 now that I see something else that says so, and this is the month of February. I mean, we're kind of halfway through there. Anywho, guys, I know some of you probably won't like my comments on this video if you're so pro, she can do whatever she wants with her body. So guys, I think I've said all that I needed to say in this video about what I just witnessed, what I just saw. I don't really have anything else to say. I think my facial expressions throughout this entire video will tell you how I feel, what I think, and at the end of the day, it may not mean anything to a lot of you because you agree with her that she did a great job doing this. And that's a sad world that we live in. But if you guys have any comments about the things that I've said in this video, I'd be happy to see them. Be very respectful in the comments. And so let's have a good conversation in the chat below. Alrighty, bye guys.